Hey, you talking shit about Abyssal Yufine, Holmes? Oh, well, no. It's just pretty much a blatant admission on my part that I don't fight this character very often, and we're going to be seeing some dumb shit going into it. So, hey, Conqueror, Lilias, Abyssal Yufine, and a Senya on the team itself. So, basically what we're dealing with is good old Conqueror Lilias and all her stuff, or all her stupid additional attack bullshit. Well, not additional attack. It's dual attacks and a bunch of non-attack skills and, you know, all that fun shit. You have yourself a really, really good dark bait for that, then you're good to go. Then you also have Senya. Senya has a whole bunch of counterattack shenanigans. Okay, we'll bring Roana to that. Then we'll also have Shadow Knight Pyllis for that, so then we're going to be taking even less damage there. And then here is the test that I wanted to conduct, is fighting Abyssal Yufine, we're going to try LRK. So, well, why LRK? The only real reason why is because I have him with, like, Crown, Glory, Crown, whatever. It's Tywin's artifact. Basically what that does is anytime you're hit with an AoE attack, then you're going to be taking reduced damage from that, and I basically was wanting to see just how much damage that this Yufine was able to do to me whenever trauma hits. Now, if I wanted to fight this team properly, honestly, you can throw things like Navy Captain Landy at this, you can throw things like Martial Artist Ken at this, because, like, Martial Artist Ken, he will absolutely destroy an Abyssal Yufine, and Navy Captain Landy also ain't too bad going into her, because if she happens to inflict, you know, go full in on trauma, and then, you know, she procs a counterattack, she's kinda dead. Like, right then and there. But, like, right here, everything is still going according to plan. I was hoping I would get some, like, Elbrus procs or anything along those lines from the Abyssal Yufine, but, like, that's really not happening because I wanted to maintain Def Buff up at all times. Because I really, really, really was curious what the damage was we were going to see from this Abyssal Yufine. And here we go with the first attack.
2, 3, 4. Who's gonna snap first?
So it did barely anything there. But the one thing that you always have to remember is whenever, you know, trauma is going to be going crazy is, one, yeah, the initial hit may not do too much, but then the 2 turns that she's going to have after that, she's going to go into you, and she's going to go into you fucking hard. So right here, I'm at this horrible dilemma of, well, gotta sack Krau now. He took way too much damage, and now I have to either use S3, go into the Abyssal Yufine with an S1, or whatever. Like, either way, counterattack shenanigans from either of them is probably going to ultimately kill him. Now, I did make a mistake in the fact that I soul burned his S3 whenever I essentially knew that he was fucking dead. And what can you do? Sometimes you just, you know, make a lot of really, really retarded mistakes. That's me, folks, making all kinds of retarded mistakes here, there, and everywhere. But either way, the biggest thing that was super surprising to me was the fact that this Abyssal Yufine was straight up not rocking Holy Sack. Because I saw a couple of other guildies of mine went in with things like Briar, which is Iseria, because they were expecting a Holy Sack. It turns out it wasn't even Holy Sack. So I kind of went into this going full tank just to see, hey, what kind of damage are you really going to be doing? And ultimately, it wasn't too bad. Like, Roana was probably more of a dead pick on my end. I probably could have brought something like Rule of Light or any, like a Destina or something. But whatever. Let's move on. So here we have Oxlots, Hwayoung, and good old Arunka. And we have Unbound Knight Arowell, we have Navy Captain Landy, and Sharun. Well, you gave me that opportunity. You have Barrier at the start because of Unbound Knight Arowell. The Navy Captain Landy is fucking dead. Like, anytime you really see that opportunity and you know you can beat them with this particular speed race, because, like, Sharun can be fast, she's really not that fast. Unbound Knight Arowell can sometimes be fast, but they have to be built really, really tanky, and they have to have a lot of F-res, so they may not have a lot of speed on themselves. And Navy Captain Landy is straight up never fast. So the only thing that you really have that could be a concern going into this is, oh, what if they're really, really tanky? What if they have a lot of defense? You know, things of that nature. Now, ultimately, I was getting really, really punished on my Oxlots here, and I was getting counterattacks here and there, willy-nilly, and like every opportunity, Oxlots was not able to do his job after the initial first burst. However, the good news is our first burst was so fucking strong that we're able to just pretty much do as much damage as we needed. The Hwayoung straight up one-tapped the Unbound Knight Arowell, and Arunka was able to do enough damage with a Soul Burn S1 that we were able to kill the Sharun. Hooray! We look smart for the moment. Well, time to look retarded now. So here is Ran, Abyssal Yufine, and Senya. Do you guys see what I see? Yeah, that's a fast Senya. Well, we're already fucking lost. So, my plan was, oh, okay, cool. So, Celine's gonna go first, or gonna go before the fucking, wow, the Senya. Wow, I'm really fucked up right now. But yeah, go before the Senya. I would then go ahead and get my S3 off. Then I would have Immortality. And then I would be able to survive these next few turns. And of course, because I would get the Immortality off, I don't care if I was hit with Blind or if I was hit with Provoke. I was going to be focused by both the Ran and by the Abyssal Yufine. And then that would have had like Celine going in, killing the Ran, Celine going in, killing the Abyssal Yufine. And then we would just kind of take our time and eventually kill the Senya. Like, I wasn't worried about the Senya at all. But of course, because the Senya went first, the whole fucking thing has just completely gone awry, and there's really no recovering from this point. Now, I attempt to try and keep things going, because I have already burned my S2 with Destina, so then I had to use the S3 to get rid of the Provoke that was on my Yulha, because otherwise, we wouldn't be able to even really attack, or even to, like, wait till the next turn. I had to use that S3. I had to get, like, sacrifice Celine yet again. It is what it is. But now we're really, really low on Yulha. Hopefully we can get to our turn. I was taking a look here, and I was just going to see, okay, I'll boost Yulha up. She should hopefully get her turn, and then I can just straight up delete this Senya. It's really, really fucking close, but we do manage to do it. Like, either way, don't do the shit you're seeing here. Like, this is just straight up some really, really garbage-ass play. Because, like, I was attempting to see, like, oh, hey, cool, I don't fight Abyssal Yufine that often. What's something that I could do? Once again, the biggest things that you can really throw at this, Navy Captain Landy, then you could also throw Martial Artist Ken at it. Oh, no, but you're fighting a Senya. Well, I mean, straight up. And I could have done this exact same team, except no... Celine will throw Martial Artist Ken at it, and we would essentially have the same kind of things happen. The only thing that would probably go wrong is the fact that my Martial Artist Ken doesn't have a whole lot of bulk. He's really strong, but he doesn't have a lot of bulk. So I would probably get killed by some bullshit here and there, whatever. But either way, it's like right here that I'm already knowing, oh yeah, I'm fucked. I cannot recover from this because I can't get an S3 from Destina out fast enough to bring back Celine. Because Celine's the real thing that was going to carry me through this fight. But because the Senya went first at the very start and beat my Senya in the race, we dead, son. So let's go ahead and move on and pretend like we're smart again. So right here we're fighting a Zeo, a Pirate Captain Flan, and a Destina of all things. And not only a Destina of all things, but a Potion Vial Destina. I was absolutely not fucking expecting that. Because if anything, if I ever see a Destina on defense, I always immediately assume, oh, it's going to be Guardian Ice Crystals, because it usually almost always is. But either way, so what I decided to do here is we're fighting, Pirate Captain Flan. Pirate Captain Flan has absolutely fucking insane effectiveness because she straight up gets like 50 free effectiveness just on her. Just, hey, cool, here's 50 free F. Do whatever. I don't give a fuck. So I decided to fight that with, I'll have Doris in the back row, who's also going to be tanking a lot of the damage from the Zeo, with I'm going to put Christy on the field. This is going to give at least like 100 ER over to my Doris, so we're almost at like 300 effect res. And because we're almost at 300, we should be untouchable for the Pirate Captain Flan. And ultimately, I think we are. Now, the good thing is we have our healer pretty much, not going to be stunned by any bullshit, not going to be hit by anything in particular that's just going to stop the fight here and there. So we'll have that, tank all the hits, it's going to be great, and then we're also going to have Ed, who's going to be tanking a lot of the, the collateral damage from like any of all of the AoEs that Pirate Captain Flan's going to be doing, and he'll do some Rise equivalent exchanges, throw that back at them, do damage here and there, and everything will be good. Now, the one thing that I was thinking could possibly go wrong is, yeah, we're fighting a sustain, and that being Destina. But the good thing is, even though my Ed is not built like with a lot of DPS, my Ed does, like, I mean, this is the cool thing about Ed. Every time you use his S3, it just straight up gets stronger. So if you are able to, like, you know, get that first S3 off and you know you're going to be here for a little bit, you can at least, like, you know, get the first one off, and then you can start soul burning it. And also because Christy's here, Christy has this other really, really neat thing that she does that I'm sure a lot of you aren't even thinking about. But did y'all know that Christy's S3, not only does it heal her, not only does it give her death buff, but it gives the entire party attack buff? I bet y'all probably don't remember that, but, like, hey, that's a factor. So, because Ed, even though he is an HP scaler, he does actually have some pretty decent multipliers just on attack buff itself. So, it actually is kind of nice for him to have a little bit of attack. So, whenever I see the opportunity, because, like, right now, we're still kind of like, you know, we're feeling the whole team out, we're just doing damage as we see fit. Every time the Pirate Captain Flan goes, we're just going to, you know, do some really big fuck you damage with Rise equivalent exchange. And also, straight up, the Pirate Captain Flan wasn't even able to get anything off right there because she just got revived. That's the oh so wonderful thing about reviving with Destina. Units come back with next to no fucking HP, so they're not really too big of a threat unless they're, say, I don't know, really fucking fast. But we just so happen to be ahead on them on the CR bar, so we're able to do the things that we needed to do. Now here, we're able to kill the Zeo because he didn't have Deify up, so we take him down. The Destina has already used her S3, so we have a lot of really, really good time to just go into her. And right here is where I start to, like, do my plan of, okay, so when is Christy's turn going to come up? Because right here we have a Soul Burned S3 from Edward. This is going to do some decent damage. It's not going to be a whole lot because, hey, if there's a Destina on defense, she's more than likely going to have a lot of F-Res, also probably going to be really, really tanky, so she's going to be able to tank that hit fairly well. Now, this one being, you know, Potion Vial, probably not as thick as she could be. Like, for example, this could be Guardian Ice Crystals, and Guardian Ice Crystals would be doing way more damage. So here, I see my opportunity. I'm going to use S3 on Christy, bring her up, because she has her S3 available. This is going to give attack buff to Edward, and now Edward should hopefully be doing a lot more damage here. Because I don't quite remember what the last number was, but maybe it wasn't that much more. I really can't remember. Either way, hey, attack buff equals extra damage. Let's pretend like we're smart. Yay, we done did it. And now, we're fighting Moon Bunny Dominiel, Savior Aiden on Sword of Cycling Seasons, and a Briar Witch Iseria. Funny thing about this is the Savior Aiden went first. Now, had the Briar Witch gone first, I really think I might have been fucked. Because even though I have Eaton and Dark Corvus and a Rule of Light here, Rule of Light cannot revive while Briar Witch Iseria is alive. Now, Eaton does provide escort, you know, type of damage sharing, and you can't get rid of it unless you seal him because it's built into his kit. And Dark Corvus is also rocking Proof of Valor. So we're straight up, you know, mitigating a shitload of damage. But had that Iseria also gotten her Death Break off at the very start, very, very possible that this team could have actually killed my Dark Corvus. And this is probably the absolute most amount of damage mitigation, damage sharing you could ever possibly be rocking. Now, we survived that first hit, and now I just straight up going ahead and take out the one threat. The one threat being Savior Aiden. So now that Savior Aiden is gone, we can use this time, heal up our other units, which in this case, that being Eaton, because he took a really, really big-ass hit just from tanking all of that damage that Dark Corvus and Rule of Light were taking. And now all we have left is Briar Witch and Moon Bunny. Now, this is where things, like, yeah, they get a little bit slow. I could have probably skipped through some of this. In fact, I really don't know why I didn't. I don't know. It's probably because it was Wednesday, Wednesday being a horrible fucking day, and I don't really have a lot of time to edit these things down. And also, it just so happens to be American Thanksgiving week. So, yeah, to those of y'all watching today, happy Thanksgiving. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and you have a lot of great fun with your families. But either way, we're finally able to do the damage here to the Briar Witch. She has Witch's Curse now, and because she just used her turn, oh, goody, now she no longer has immortality. But then here comes Moon Bunny, who gives a barrier right here. Okay, big deal. All that's going to do is really just slow me down slightly. So I'll go on ahead and use this time. I didn't catch what kind of HP the Moon Bunny was at, but the Moon Bunny should have at least somewhat decent HP. This one was fast, so it really didn't matter. We'll kill with the S3 of a Dark Corvus, and then we'll just go in with a light attack from the Eaton, and we just kill it. Now, here's a team that we fought before. It's Lilias, Senya, and Shu. Now, you remember what I was talking about before whenever I was saying, like, hey, man, what about them shoes that don't have a whole lot of HP and then you're not able to kill? Well, we're about to see that happen, which is... This is so fucking stupid. Like, I hate this so much because, like, Midnight Gala Lilias should straight up have, like, a 9-1 matchup whenever it comes to fighting Shu. She just straight up should. But, of course, because of the nature of how her damage works, this is pretty much a character, along with Hwayoung, that just is like, oh, I guess I just have to have some, like, a level 27, like, Torrent helmet. I guess I just have to have that, because then that way you can guarantee the damage. But of course, I don't know the math for it. It's a matter of, hey, how much attack am I losing on my normal helmet in comparison to how much lower is my HP gonna get, and is it really gonna make that much of a difference? That's the one thing that, like, really always boggles my mind, because I think about it and I just look at it from, like, just, you know, from a design standpoint. I'm just like, this is fucking dumb. Like, this shouldn't even be a thing. But either way, so we managed to finally kill the Shu, but of course, because it took us a while to kill the Shu, now we have to deal with a pretty much full HP Senya, and then we also have to deal with a Lilias. So the biggest threat that's now going to happen here is I have to go into the Senya at least once while she has counterattack buff up. The good news is my Destina is actually taking the brunt of the damage, so she is the main target of both Lilias and of Senya. But right here, I go ahead and go for the hit. This does a fair bit of damage, but of course, because Senya doesn't have a whole lot of HP, it's not even going to do half of her health. Well, it does half, so we get the S2 right here. But, like, it's just so damn frustrating. But either way, good thing we have Ahmed here. Hey, free skill nuller, everybody! Fuck you, Fallen CC. You're just super fucking power corrupt. Feels bad, man. And then we just go in with the random attack that we had because we were provoked by the Senya, and Shazam! It's pretty much over now. Because now that the Lilias has lost the other damage dealer that's on her team, which that being Senya, and she also, this one didn't even have Ancient Dragon's Legacy, so we're also not dealing with crit damage buff. Not really anything to really worry about here. Now, quite frankly, the only thing that we even have to deal with now is we just have to deal enough damage to end this horrible shit a little bit faster. Thankfully for us, every moment that the Midnight Gala Lilias had, whenever she S3s it and whenever she S2s it, she happens to land the hit. So hey, flip that coin, we happen to get all them hits. Don't you just feel so special?
You should feel honored.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the GuildWar. Yay! So, this was recorded on Wednesday because, quite frankly, we're going to all be very busy on Thursday. But y'all are going to be watching this on Thursday, so I will say it once again. Happy American Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday, and I hope you end up getting yourself some really good food. Because Thanksgiving is usually always a hit or miss for you. It's either you're going to get really good stuff, or it's like going to be stuff that's overcooked, or it's dry, or whatever. But like, hey, hope it's all going to be great for you. Now, in other news, because I haven't actually had an opportunity to really play with the buffs yet, because they don't exist as of now, but yeah, I'm quite looking forward to trying out Death Dealer Ray. I really hope he's going to be a lot better, because quite frankly, the big buff changes to him are just straight up going to make him faster, so that you don't have to, you know, build up 5 focus to do your shenanigans. But like, we'll see how it is. I'm willing to bet Death Dealer Ray is going to be a hell of a lot better, especially with the changes to Pestilence, because then it's just not him doing his shit. It's going to be the whole party doing his shit. So hopefully that's going to work out really, really well. And then also, I'm pretty excited to finally try out Fumir. I still haven't done it because I keep forgetting to do it. But hey, I should be able to remember now, because now you can actually reliably sleep an evasion unit. And then you'll also, well, it's not reliably sleep an evasion unit, but it's reliably hit a slept evasion unit. That's the big shit. So, quite looking forward to that. And then we'll see just how fun the matches are going to be. But, and then, like, what was the other buff? It was like Aramentha. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I don't even remember what it was. So it was something along the lines of an E. That was basically what they did for Aramentha. And then the other things were just, like, minor buffs to, like, artifacts and stuff. But, like, hey, boys, if you liked this video, go ahead and hit a like. It really does make me feel better about myself. And if you want to see more of my content, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hope you have a good one. Later.